I had some MC Hammer pants.
Oh wow.
Y'all know what those are?
I know what MC
Hammer
is.
pants. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's literally what they were. Hammer pants, parachute pants.
I'd like a pair of parachute pants one day.
They're really fun.
Why? Why do you want that?
This
Interesting. The style is gone. It's dead.
It sounds like something that I want to wear.
Why?
I don't know. Sound cool.
Okay.
I saw an ad today for a pair of sweats that look like they're slacks.
Well, you know, my wife
the inside feels like sweats, but the outside has a seam. So like it looks like they're slacks, but they feel like sweats.
I don't know why you wouldn't just wear slacks.
Slacks are uncomfortable.
I'd go to bed in slacks.
You're disgusting. You actually disgust me as a person.
Actually, if you wear pants when you go to bed, yeah, that's gross. I can't wear pants.
If you wear anything when you go to bed, what's wrong with you?
I wear jeans when I go to bed a lot of times.
Get that nice crack. Welcome to episode 33 of Beers Per Minute.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I said 31 last time, and I'm an idiot, so yeah.
I just say
I'm Nick, your host.
I just say
these two guys are with me as always.
I just say welcome to the next episode every time.
I'm Devin.
I know. Yeah, I do too.
It's Calvin.
I try to do some numbering just for fun.
I never remember the numbers.
But I have to put the numbers on it, so I have to at least try to remember. So
I mean, you guys don't refer to the episodes by numbers? Like back in episode 15, what we talked about?
Sometimes I'll do that if it's like long enough ago, but like
no, I say the one that you said the thing in.
Gotcha.
In present time, it's just this episode, last episode, next episode.
Or remember that really stupid thing you said? No, the really stupid one, that episode. So, last episode we talked about some extreme midget wrestling. I've done some research on that. I've been delving deep into it because it's awesome for one. So they've actually changed their name with everything, so we have to redact that. Sorry if we offended anybody by using the M word, but they are now the Extreme Dwarfinators Federation. It's great.
The Dwarfinators Federation.
The Extreme Dwarfinators. Yes, it's amazing. How would you guys feel about going down to Fresno, California in February and catching an Extreme Dwarfinators luchador match?
Why do we have to go to Fresno?
No,
because that's where they're touring. There's
don't they come here?
There's none up here, but they're down in California.
I would be okay with never seeing a Dwarfinator match in my entire life.
Wait, hold on. Just so I can understand this clearly. Because it's only down there, like,
this is the what
little person wrestling is only down there, is what you're telling me.
No, the Dwarfinators,
the luchador one.
The Dwarfinators are going on tour right now. They're doing their wrestling tour. So that
specific one.
This specific one, and
it's the what's specific better group.
Than Dwarfinator wrestling, but then also mixed with luchador wrestling. That's a double win, dude. Because luchadors are like the craziest of the wrestlers. Like American wrestling's fake, but the luchadors take it seriously. It's amazing. I'll put a little picture in chat here too. So
I don't know. I'm not super into wrestling, honestly.
I'm not super into Fresno, honestly.
Yeah. Fresno as well.
But it's the Extreme Dwarfinators, man. It's the Extreme.
I know, but there's like a federation that comes up here that's just like
right. But this one's happening in February.
In Fresno, though.
Yeah, let's just take it for it. We could even drive down there.
In Fresno.
I don't want to do this.
It's fine. It's fine. What's it's still the West Coast. I know we're up here, but come on, guys.
That's not P&W anymore.
It's not P&W anymore, man.
But we can talk to them and tell them come up our area.
I don't think we're going to convince the Dwarfinators to come to Washington just for us.
We might. You know,
I don't
you
think
can't.
that's gonna happen.
I think we might. I think we just might. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the BPM Media channel.
The BPM Media.
Yeah. This is it's Thursday, February 2nd, Fresno, California.
No.
Lucha Dwarfinators.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Nah, I think we'll go. I think we should do that. I think that's a good BPM.
I think you might.
Things.
You might go. Maybe.
See, there we go. That's something that our new segment for Patreon content of like us doing like going on road trips. BPM does stuff.
BPM does things.
Yeah, just BPM does things.
BPM has jobs and lives.
Right, but people also have weekends.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Calvin, would you rather do this or go on a golfing trip?
Golfing trip.
Oh my God. Wow, really?
Wow.
Easy.
You don't think you'd have fun?
No.
Really?
Why?
Not at all.
Why wouldn't you have? Why
I don't like wrestling, first of all. And
okay.
It's Fresno.
Do you like the movie Nacho Libre?
Not for the wrestling bits.
So you every time the wrestling part comes on, you look away.
No,
you
it's
avert your eyes
just
because you don't like it.
My least favorite part of the movie is the wrestling part.
That's the entire movie.
No,
That's the whole point of
the
the movie.
entire movie is him wearing
movie.
stretchy pants in his room.
No.
The point is him wanting
the
being a
chips.
luchador.
And
the whole point of the movie.
No, it's not.
It's him wanting to be a wrestler.
I know the goal is him wanting to be a wrestler.
That's all he talks about.
But that's the whole movie isn't him in a wrestling ring.
I would dare say that
maybe
it's
like
at least a third of the movie.
Maybe like 15% of the movie.
I would say at least 30%, maybe more.
And it's framed in a comedic way. It's way different than actual wrestling.
No, wrestling is framed in a comedic way too. That's the whole point of it.
No.
Well, and that's why it's so good. I mean, obviously it's stupid, and we all know it's fake, but it's the camaraderie you get into. It's like going to the Knights of the Round thing in Vegas, where everybody's slamming on their tables, and even though you aren't really into it, you get into it because of the, everybody's yelling and screaming, and the concert. I think we should do it.
We'll definitely talk about it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There'll be some communication about it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
I think so.
Be some long, hard, difficult conversations
between us.
So what are we drinking tonight, boys?
I just got some plain old beer.
Just beer.
Just say beer.
Just plain old
beer brand.
Yeah, beer. It's just a refreshing malt liquor. It's just a light beer. But I did get a dark one called All Out. Pretty good.
Right. What are you drinking, Calvin?
I'm drinking a jug of water.
Water.
Just water.
Why water?
I don't have really anything to drink besides like liquor, and it's a work night, so I don't want to pound the rum.
Do you like lose all self-control when you do this podcast? If you have liquor? No,
it's just I like strong drinks. So if I'm gonna make a drink, it's gonna be strong. It's not gonna be a little ninny drink.
Why don't you have like get beer and then set it aside just for podcasting? Like it's just your podcast drink.
I mean, like I have probably a couple beers left in my mini fridge, but I don't know. I'd rather just drink water.
Crack them out, buddy. Come on.
Yeah.
It's basically water.
What are you drinking, Devin?
I am drinking some Breakfast Club Mimosa Sour by Vice Beer. Ooh. And it is very tasty.
Vice was the one that you talked about. The Wildman has.
Yeah,
that, right?
I want to. Yeah, they have them on tap here in Olympia. But I really want to go down to their brewery in Vancouver.
Right, that was the one you wanted to take a brunch trip on. That would be way more fun than going to Fresno.
Well, you're basically halfway to Fresno then at that point. You might as well just keep going.
No.
You stop in there on your way to Fresno.
Yeah.
No, we just stay there.
They actually say this is the exact half point between.
They don't say that.
We have to go down to California to take some beer to Spud anyways, so.
In LA?
Yeah, we got to go down, you know? On the way to Fresno.
Where is Fresno?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you don't actually know where Fresno is.
No, I've never been there. I've been to California. I've been through California. I'm just saying, we'll plan it out. It's fine.
I got pub beer.
Yay, a pub beer.
There it is.
Let's see if my microphone picks up the crack.
Oh, it did.
Juicy.
Nice.
Juicy.
Mm.
So I did something today that I think every person who owns a computer should do, and they probably don't do or haven't done ever.
Okay.
I washed my trackpad.
You're like
my nice big mouse pad. I took it and I scrubbed it down with soap and water, cleaned it up.
Okay.
It was nasty.
You washed your mouse pad. Okay.
Because trackpad, yes.
Trackpad's different. The trackpad is the touch part on a laptop.
Yeah. That's a mouse pad.
That's a mouse pad.
Track pads.
I think that's a band. That's a brand.
That might be the brand. That's what it's.
Yes, trackpads. It's a trackpad because it tracks your movement.
No, it doesn't. Your mouse.
Why does everything I say get questioned? Everything.
Because we were both confused because we both know what trackpads are.
Because you guys are 27.
26. Thank you
Whatever.
very much.
I'm 28.
Okay. I'm 27 next month.
Jeez.
I guess at an average we're 27.
You're still sperms compared to me.
I don't even know what that means.
It just means you're younger. You go back far enough.
If it go back far enough.
Clean your mouse pads, people. They're gross. Especially if you're gaming all the time. You don't think about it. You're eating your Cheetos, you get your sticky fingers. It's gross. Or get one of those. Get a new one. Yeah.
Buy one of these from our merch store. Is that even up yet? I don't even know.
I don't know. You did that one.
Well, I know it's there, but did we ever post it anywhere? We just posted pictures of all of our merch tantalizingly, and then.
Well, that came off of the Streamlabs one, I think. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know. The Streamlabs one was the one that we were going to post, wasn't it? Because it has all the stuff.
I mean, we have a couple things on the website. You know, the bpmpodcast.com. Go to the store page. You can get some cool shirts and a mug and stuff. Possibly even a mouse pad.
Yeah, the link's not posted anywhere on any of our stuff, is it?
Do we have a store's on there? The store's up.
No, I know the store exists. I'm asking if there's a
go,
link for it anywhere that we've posted.
Yeah, if you stop the podcast right now and go look at it right now, you will see those links.
Like it's on our YouTube?
On the website.
Yeah, on the website.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you.
Is there a link to the website anywhere?
Yes.
Where?
bpmpodcast.com. Right here.
No, that's not a link. That's just you saying bpmpodcast.com. I'm saying
no, it's on every one of our podcast episodes.
Okay, so that's what I asked.
Everywhere.
Like on YouTube, there's a link to the website.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
That's what I was asking.
Okay.
Okay.
We came up with a mouse pad idea already, right?
I mean,
I feel like we did. I have a vague blackout memory of us coming out with a mouse pad idea.
I feel like it involved a cushion.
It did involve a cushion. It did. I just wanted to make sure we already talked about that, and we're not, digging in a mine that we've already, sucked all the gold out of.
That may be a post-show thing. I'll have to bring it up because in case it was good gold, because I can't quite remember.
Okay, yeah, we have posters, mugs, hoodies, and shit.
You know me, I love to mine again. So
yeah, we gotta add some more stuff. We gotta add some like our beer can shirts, and this mouse pad is spectacular. It's like 1/2 inch thick foam. It's like heavy duty, and I think the design came out amazingly. We need to add
this guy. Calvin knows what 1/2 inch thick is.
We need to add this.
Like
I don't even know what that's not even physically possible.
Guys, I got a little neighborhood watch update for you guys.
Okay.
I've been sick for the past week, and I've really been trying to patrol in the channels around the neighborhood. just making sure things are on the up and up with everybody. And there's some concerning stuff happening around my house, actually. I'm a little bit worried about it. Yeah. Obviously, the foremost source for information is NextDoor. And that's where you really hear about the dirty deeds that people are doing around your house.
The down and dirty.
So I thought I'd tell you guys and everybody who's listening to the podcast so that they can kind of just be aware of what's going on.
Of your house.
Well, I mean, it's all of our houses, technically. My house is your house. You know, the world is our neighborhood, and we need to be aware about what's going on inside of it. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, Kara Shipley says that the crunch wrap at the West Side Taco Bell is not crunchy, actually, at all. The inside is soggy, floppy, and looks like puke. For this, you pay $5.49 plus 60 cents more for running guacamole.
Wow.
If you even go to their website, the picture is definitely false advertising. And it was ice cold.
Isn't all fast food pictures?
This is shocking, you guys.
That's a tragedy. That is
the West Side Taco Bell with their crunch wrap.
So this lady posted a Taco Bell review on NextDoor.
Calvin, this is concerning for everybody around this area.
Yeah. What
this is public service announcement. You need to know about this information, Calvin.
I don't, actually. I don't think I've ever even been to that Taco Bell.
I don't think you should.
Yeah, because what if you're like cruising around there and you realize you need something crunchy and you go there expecting to get the Crunch Wrap Supreme and it's not crunchy but soggy?
I only buy the breakfast one anyways.
The breakfast Crunch Wrap?
Yeah, that one's good.
What if it was not a
What if they
crunchy
changed their formula? Yeah.
Then I would take it home and crunch it myself.
But it doesn't, if it's puke inside, you wouldn't
do that. No. Do you think, Devin, that he would go through all that effort of actually going and getting it and taking it home and then re-toasting it himself and frying it like that? Like putting it in a panini maker or of some sorts?
Well, that's not even the crunch part of the Crunch Wrap. The crunch part is the fact that they fit a taco shell inside of the Crunch Wrap to make it crunchy. So what he would actually have to do is carefully dissect it open and fit his own shell inside of it, and then reseal it up, sew it back up. Then he would fry it on the panini press. It would be a process.
I don't think the breakfast Crunch Wrap has a taco shell in it.
Then it's not a Crunch Wrap. It's a breakfast wrap.
No, because
it's an octagon wrap.
The tortilla they use to make it is crunchy.
So it's grilled.
Yeah, it's like the top and bottoms are browned.
It's a grilled wrap.
It's a grilled wrap.
It's Crunch Wrap. It's crunchy.
No, the crunch part is the taco shell inside, man.
That's like the beefy, crunchy burrito. It's a grilled burrito, but it's crunchy because it has chip pieces in it. Yeah. So it's got to be some sort of crunch in there. But that's good to know because I'm not going to that one if I want.
Just
crunchy.
Be aware. Be aware.
I mean, I've been kind of disappointed with the quesadillas lately.
I would not order a quesarito. I'm sorry.
Especially not from there. Oh, quesadillas great. Quesarito is a burrito wrapped with another tortilla with cheese in it, and then it's grilled. So it's like, actually, I just got the grilled cheese one the other day.
No, okay, that's the one I hate.
It was okay.
Disgusting looking.
It was okay. It tasted good.
Melted greasy cheese on it.
So it was greasy.
Kara Shipley would not enjoy this at all.
No, she actually would. It was crunchy. I bet it was crunchier than that Crunchy Wrap Supreme.
Why did she say the Crunch Wrap was $6?
She said it was $5.49 plus 60 cents more for runny guacamole.
It's $3.39.
Oh no, dude!
For a Crunch Wrap Supreme?
Okay,
it depends on where you go.
The regular one is $4.69, and the breakfast one is $3.49. Neither of them are over $5.
What I enjoy about this podcast is instead of focusing on the real issue, Calvin is trying to poke holes in this person's story by identifying the actual price of the Taco Bell meal that she ordered.
Insane. I feel like she's a crazy person. Is what I feel like.
So maybe it was $5.49 after taxes. Could that have been the case?
That could be.
Maybe. I mean, I guess if tax is like 25%.
Can you run the tax numbers of where she lives real quick? Let's do this. Let's look up Washington State sales tax, and let's look up to see how much exactly it is.
It's okay. I know you talked over it. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It still got it. You still got it.
I was staring directly at Calvin's forehead because I was so mad. So
it's okay. Swat just pumped that up real loud over when he talked.
And just silence us all out.
Yeah, just do it do a slow-mo too. Just.
I don't even know how to calculate fast food taxes.
Well, next update for you guys. Neighborhood update. Mark, he said that he went on a date night with his wife, dinner at my favorite Mexican restaurant, El Serape, West Olympia. And the movie that was suggested to them to be good was The Menu. The movie ruined his whole night. It was horrible. He knows that directors try to make a name for themselves by pushing boundaries, but what this guy did went way too far. They walked out and they got their money back immediately. In the end, though, the public will give their vote of approval or not, and I hope the answer will be not, is what Mark said.
Wow. So I've heard the name of The Menu.
I know nothing about it.
So what? Why don't you pull up the parents' guide on that? See what made them walk out.
What kind of menu is it?
I think that's what we should do. Is we should review like the parents' guide.
Is it like a breakfast menu? I like breakfast.
Start off with who's in it. Who's the main characters here? Main cast.
Let's see. You want their characters' names?
No,
or
I just want the main cast. Just the main cast.
Ralph Fiennes. You would know who that is if you look at him. Anya Taylor-Joy. You would also know. She's a weird-looking girl who plays chess really well.
Yeah.
In that one show where she plays chess really well. Nicholas Hoult.
Okay.
He was Beast, I think, probably.
I recognize the name.
I don't know, Hong Chow, Janet McTeer, Paul Adelstein, John Leguizamo. How do you say his name?
Leguizamo, yeah.
Leguizamo, okay.
John Leguizamo.
That's pretty much it. I don't really know anybody else.
Cool. It has Leguizamo, so I mean that's right there is a good step up.
I mean, he was easily 6-7 people down, so
that's fat. If any movie that has John Leguizamo in it, even as a cameo, automatically gets bumped up a star. In my opinion.
Okay. Well.
John Wazowski.
That's not even close to anything right.
Who's John Wazowski?
Mike Wazowski's lesser-known younger brother.
Hey, actually, never mind. I heard a fact today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look it up because that might be something kind of funny to talk about. And then, it is true. Do you guys know who Jim Hanks is?
Jim Hanks.
No.
Is it Tom's little brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in everything that's not a Toy Story movie, Jim Hanks does the voice for Woody.
There's even some VO that on the Toy Story movies that he couldn't go back and do, so they had him do it.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
Huh. They have like really similar voices, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it must be close enough.
I mean, enough to where Hollywood used him to
do
some VO that Tom needed to redo.
That's nice.
He looks like just he's a weird.
He's a Walmart Tom Hanks.
I can't even explain to him. You look at him and you're like, oh yeah, he's related to Tom Hanks. Barely.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but I knew that stuff.
I'll just put a picture of him. Anyways, what were we talking about? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, real quick. Last neighborhood update, just for you guys.
Oh, yes.
Bill says Deanna no longer lives here. So, yep, she doesn't live here anymore.
Well, I hope you do good on your next endeavor there, wherever you went to. Godspeed, and don't get kicked out of the next neighborhood you're in.
Goodbye, Deanna.
Goodbye.
All right.
I got another update for you guys too.
Oh, I love it.
So remember how I said the cucumber culprit was back a while back there?
Oh my gosh.
He struck again. Or they struck again. I don't know if it's what the pronoun is yet, so it's still a shadow in the wind. I'm gonna send you guys another picture.
You gonna send us a picture of your cucumber?
This one's in the on-air one. Be prepared.
You can look at it. That looks like a hot dog.
That's
not a hot dog, man. That's a bratwurst.
Yes, sir.
That is a bratwurst, buddy. That is an intestine-filled sausage right there. That is not a hot dog at all.
That sucker was about that big around, and I'd say probably about that long or so. Yeah, it was a good 7-8 inches.
You found that in a garbage can again?
Oh yeah, I found it in the same garbage can.
So at this point, I mean, it's gone on long enough. Somebody's messing with you, right?
Nah.
Somebody's got to be messing with you. Like they're like, I just pulled it up and it's even bigger now. I opened the original image and it just filled my screen.
So I don't think they know that I know yet because
they have to know. You clean it. They put it there one night and it disappears like the Tooth Fairy.
Right.
They have to know somebody.
So most janitors pull the garbage sack out and throw the garbage sack away. I'm not like most janitors.
You like to dig through the garbage.
No. If there's only like a handful of toilet or paper towels, why trade out a bag if it's just paper towels? So handful, throw it in the big bag, you're good to go.
That's gross.
Right. Tricks of the trade, dude. I was gonna say my guy, and then I was gonna say my dude, and it came out do. No, it's like a trick of the trade because it saves you money on bags because then you're not throwing away bags all the time. As long as it's not like gross and has spit or nasty.
I don't know. I feel like an anal toy would make me not want to touch the bunch of garbage. I would just.
You don't know that that's what it is. That's
no. When I first grabbed it, the first cucumber was like, what the hell is this? It's heavy, and then the smell hit me.
So then you know what it is.
And then I knew what it was, yeah. But and it's far enough between times that I'm not sure who it is yet. Like I can't. I think I've got it pinned down to somebody on a weekend. Somebody on a weekend crew.
Do you know the weekend crew?
Not much.
I would commission you to go undercover and get this person to come onto our podcast because I'd like to talk to them about their sins.
I would like to too.
I'd like to tell them about Jesus.
I just want to ask about the hot sauce bottle. That's what I want to ask.
That's for extra flavoring.
First, just why, and then how, and then how did you alleviate that obviously hours worth of burning afterwards?
And then just a general what? What?
Yeah. And then hand him a pamphlet for Jesus.
Yes.
Wait. What's the one you've been getting ads for? We can send to that website.
He is us, or he
gets us.
He gets us. Thank you.
Right.
He gets us.
He gets us.com.
Yeah, he gets us.com. Just let him know.
He's like send them an anonymous letter. Oh, and I reached out to the Nuge. I did get a response. They said that we can try to look around for it. They said, try YouTube and stuff. I said, we've searched, but we haven't been able to find it. I haven't got another response yet back, but I'm gonna wait till after the holidays and see if I can maybe finagle to something with them to at least get the first episode because we need to watch this show. And
here's the thing. I did see said emails, and I feel like Linda at Ted Nugent Enterprises is absolutely sitting on a gold mine of surviving Nugent DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that they sold out of all these DVDs. There is a pallet full of them somewhere there. So Linda, if you're listening, we want just one.
Yeah.
Just one. Okay?
Yep. Just one. But hey, getting them wheels turning, greasing them.
Yep, absolutely.
Getting things in the works happening.
You're greasing Linda?
Maybe I should
Linda.
I was going to make a greasy joke about you. But
that took a turn.
Well, quit grabbing the steering wheel.
The road did it all by itself.
Learn to drive better.
I think that might be all my notes that I had. I just wanted to break because I actually found the sausage a couple weeks ago, and I kept forgetting to bring it up.
I appreciate you giving us that update.
Yeah,
I know us and the listeners at home are definitely just waiting, bated breaths.
Who's the guy that you sent in the chat?
Oh, that's Jim Hanks, man.
Oh, that is Jim Hanks.
That is Jim Hanks.
He kind of looks like a mix of J.K. Simmons, Louis C.K.,
and Tom Hanks'
eyes. Tom Hanks. Yeah, it's like Tom Hanks' eyes with Louis C.K.'s mouth and then J.K. Simmons' head.
Like, they're definitely not twins, but like, yeah, they're brothers. I could see that.
It's the sad, like, puppy eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow they get it to, like, go down but still up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Tom Hanks has like 2 kids, right? Maybe he has more. I typed in Tom Hanks childs. Children is the word I was looking for, Google. You could have helped me out there.
Like, nope, can't help this idiot.
He has 4 children, right?
Ooh, 4. Wow.
And obviously the one of them looks very much so like him. The normal looking one.
The normal looking one.
I don't remember his name. What's his name? Colin Hanks looks like him. Like, that's a normal looking Tom Hanks son. But then he has Chet.
Oh yeah, Chet.
Chet looks nothing like him. Chet's this weird looking dude.
Chet's the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yep.
We all have a Chet in our family, right?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
They know who they are.
And if you don't, sorry, bud.
That means you're the Chet.
That checks out.
Okay, good.
Have you guys watched the new remake of Rugrats?
No.
There's a remake of Rugrats?
Yeah, they made them all like 3D animation.
No.
Yeah, it came out a while ago. I've been like not wanting to just because I don't want to defile my brain with new Rugrats.
You've been avoiding it on purpose?
I definitely don't like the animation style.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't like it.
That's not a good animation style. That's like a very like weird, I don't know, like mid 2000s animation style, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like the Uncanny Valley. It's like it's just not good.
That's not where animation's at right now either. Like,
maybe it was animated by a 15-year-old.
I don't know. A 15-year-old wouldn't have animated it like that.
No,
maybe it was animated entirely in Blender.
Hey, you need some good stuff done in Blender. Don't be bashing on Blender now.
What's Blender?
It's like a free 3D modeling software. So
that's what a lot of people use.
It's like what people use when they're first learning how to 3D animate, and so everything that comes in Blender looks like garbage. It's like hot.
Have you seen this animation, Calvin?
No, I have not.
Do you want to see it?
I can Google it.
Okay. Now I want you to just look at it and give me your
New
professional opinion, because you're obviously a professional when
I'm
it comes
a professional.
to animation.
That's me. I need to. Here, let me mute my Chrome so it doesn't play over the podcast.
I don't want you to play. You don't have to play the audio. Just
if I click on it to look at it, it's gonna play audio. So I muted Chrome first.
I mean, you can always look up a GIF.
Just go to images, even.
Yeah.
That's not gonna show me animation, my guy.
Yes, it will.
It'll show you.
I don't care about the actual animation part. The animation style is bad.
I want to see how they move. That's what animation is, my guy.
Okay, then never mind. I don't want you to look at the animation. I want you to look at the still life of an animated series.
This animation looks fine. I don't see what
you're
you guys,
okay.
I don't understand what you guys
you like
about. It looks very soft. There's no hard edges. The foliage looks good. the mouths are moving with the words. Like,
yeah, that's not the problem
correctly.
though. It's just I don't like how it looks. I don't like that type of animation style.
Okay. This is not 2000s animation. at all.
Right, but you guys both saw Chip and Dale,
Yeah.
and how they did the 2D animation of Chip,
Yeah.
and how it was really good.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. But they screwed it up and they did this weird animation because it's the new thing.
Well,
and it's
because
just...
Chip and Dale was a animation in the real world. This is not. This is a totally animated world. Why would they?
That has
why would
no.
they copy old?
That has nothing. The real world, nothing. That has nothing to do with it. It's the 2D animation. It's the animation style. The style of
What about the 3D chipmunk?
I thought he was fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that 2D style. If they would have kept with that, I would have liked it like way better. It just doesn't feel right. It's too bubbly. It's like
it feels like you're blinded by nostalgia. Maybe.
No. I just don't like the animation of it. Even when I saw it, I was like, ugh.
I think it looks fine. I don't know what you guys are freaking out about.
I mean, we're not freaking out.
Freaking out, losing your marbles.
We're talking about it.
Blowing your lid. Straight up.
Podcast to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm not trying to argue about it.
I'm not saying don't talk about it. I'm just saying I don't understand your gripes. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't look good to me.
Okay.
It looks like a big, ugly turd, and I don't like it.
All right.
Is that enough for you?
Sure.
Okay. Nice. What about the remake of, or it's not really a remake, but the sequel of 70s Show, That 70s Show?
Haven't watched it yet.
Looking forward to that?
I
haven't watched it either, but are you guys looking forward to it?
Is it called like That 90s Show or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I care about it. I never saw the 70s Show in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes,
well, then,
I am very excited to see it just because of like Red and Kitty.
Yes, I know. I was excited when they came back. Yeah, for sure.
That's like the biggest thing.
Get to see everybody's antics again. You know, you get to hear the funny Red Foreman jokes, and you know, Fez is doing his weird Fez thing, and that's pretty fun.
I wonder, like, are they going to use the strength of weed in this one though for these guys? Because I mean, it's changed from the 70s to the 90s. There is a big leap there.
It's true.
The weed strength?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's been like in all of history. That's why all these old guys, when it became legal, were like, "Oh yeah, I used to do like pounds of it in the 70s and smoke off one joint and like, I'm dying because it was too strong."
I don't know anything about it.
Washington for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's one of the fun things about day job being a carpet cleaner. A lot of old stoners.
Yeah,
lots of weed in the
it's
carpet.
pretty funny.
Those sound like they're not very fun carpets to clean. Honestly, they sound like they're
not bad. It's the people.
Okay.
It's the people that usually it's to have kids.
Okay.
They're the grossest. If they have animals, they aren't as bad usually. Or they're not as druggy, anyways.
Gotcha.
But yeah, a lot of just laid back people around here. I did have one guy just ripping it while I was cleaning his apartment one day. I mean, just going to town and
go to Oakland.
Oh man. And then I'm like halfway through it and he's talking to me and everything. And he's like, "Hey, you want some?" I'm like, "No thanks, man. I'm working at the, you know,
on the job.
I think there's enough here for all of us." I had somebody offer me their daughter once too. That was pretty great.
Like to take
as a wife.
When I was
slave,
as like a wife girlfriend.
Okay.
The lady was like, "She's single. You want her?" "No, thanks. I'm good."
What was the daughter's reaction? What was her?
Oh, she was embarrassed.
She was
very
excited about it.
Very embarrassed. She's cute, but very embarrassed. Like, this doesn't seem right, but hey, she offered.
She offered. I didn't say anything.
It's the origins of a serial killer.
Yeah. You guys been playing any good games lately?
Been playing some High on Life.
High on Life. Yeah,
Played a little bit of High on Life.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of videos about it.
It's like playing an episode of Rick and Morty.
Yep. That's
pretty
basically
funny.
what it is. But yeah, it's good.
Did you guys play their last game? The one
Trover? I have it,
Trover.
but I haven't played it.
I played a little bit of it.
I got it for free on the PlayStation last year for one of the months. So I'm gonna play it in the VR.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I've played probably like 15% of the game, I think. So far I got through. Like to the through this I'm like halfway through the second world, I think.
Because it's really weird too, because like different camera perspectives and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's fixed perspective platformer where you have to move your perspective around, but you're still in one spot. You're not free to walk around.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's built for like couch VR, basically. So you don't got to get up and move. You can just sit in your chair and spin.
All day, just sit and spin.
Yep. Because that's what you are in the game, is you're a dude stuck in a chair that spins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I re-downloaded all the Ninja Gaiden games on my Xbox. Been going through those now. I forgot how good those games are. The very first one, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's challenging. It's not as frustrating as Dark Souls or the Souls series because you don't have to, when you resurrect, go get your karma again. You just die and then you have to load where you saved. So if you haven't saved in an hour and a half, you're screwed. You die. Which every time it happens, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll go past this freaking boss. Lose everything. Then you gotta do it all again. You die 7 more times. Yep.
You can't save in the boss fight?
Old school game, man. You know this.
You gotta save it like a save point or something?
Yeah, you gotta save at the shrine.
When can you ever save in the middle of a boss fight, though?
Most modern
Fallout.
games.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Bethesda games. That's about it, right?
Any game that allows free
that.
saving, basically.
Bethesda just knew all of the psychopaths out there that are going to save before they kill every innocent person in the town. So that's why they added, like, you can just save anytime you want to.
Yeah, unless the game has save points. Then you can, if you can save whenever, then yeah, you can save in a boss fight.
And because they knew every person was going to go walk right up to that stupid giant. Every single time.
And get thrown into the stratosphere.
Hi, big guy. Wham!
Because they're always stronger than you think they're going to be. Like, it's just as far as health. Like, you start damaging them and like goes down like this much. And then they run at you and you're like, oh no, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? You been playing any good games, Devin?
I platinumed Mass Effect 1, and I'm almost done with Mass Effect 2. I have to play them all on Insanity, which is really tough, actually. Mass Effect 1 was actually okay to do on Insanity, but Mass Effect 2 is really tough because they really focus on the cover system in that one, and I'm not very good at cover games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not good at them. And
like Gears, you're not a good Gears player?
Oh no. Like the first one, they had cover, but like I cheesed the crap out of that game. Like it was just like barely peeking around corners, and that's all I would do. But the second one is pretty rough. So I've been playing that while I was sick. Before I was sick though, I was playing this game called Pentiment. Have you guys heard of it?
Is it like Pikmin?
No.
Sounds kind of like pentagram.
It's not.
Are you summoning Satan?
Is it about triangles?
It's not about triangles. It's a game by Obsidian, where you are a journeyman artist in Bavaria in the 16th century, and it's a very, very like there's not a lot of action. You're moving around, you're doing missions and stuff, but there's no like action to it. It's very much so like dialogue based, but apparently like the amount of dialogue, like it has very weighty choices that you end up making and stuff where you can't say certain things to other people. People remember things very much so. and that's what they've put all their energy into. But it's a very interesting game.
Yeah, it's like a choice storytelling. Choose your adventure type of game, basically.
Yeah, it's very point and click, but like not like I don't know. The timeline is very interesting because it's very like with the prominence of like the church and stuff in Europe at that point, and so you're just an artist that does things for different lords and stuff. And anyways, it's pretty cool. It's very in depth and very historical. And if you don't like history, you probably shouldn't play it. And there's a lot of reading, but it's very cool actually. And I would like you guys to play it so that we can talk about it because it's really interesting.
I probably won't, being honest.
That's fine.
But sounds interesting. It does sound interesting. I'll watch the videos. I'll listen to you talk about it. I'll look at it some. Yeah. Like I like things that are very historical, like Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come's amazing.
Yep. It's freaking great, but it is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's hard too.
Real hard to get into. Oh, yeah, and I love that
game. Yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun.
No, like I was in the middle of a mission and I was supposed to be hunting, and then like I got lost as to where I was and where I was supposed to be hunting, and like I can't go any further until I hunt this like rabbit or something like that. It's like a main story mission, and it's like I don't know where I am anymore. Really, like I'm confused.
You got lost in the woods in real life, basically.
Awesome.
Yes, in real life, so I had to start over.
Wow.
That one's fun. I've had to start over like 3 times or 4 times because I've had it on the PlayStation and on the computer.
Nice.
Yeah, I've gotten to a point where my inventory is full of treasure and I can't find a merchant anywhere, and so I'm just like stuck in the woods somewhere, like walking super slowly.
Drop the stuff.
I don't want to drop it.
Freaking
it's treasure. It. I'm not going to drop the treasure. I'm going to spend 4 hours walking slowly to the nearest town.
That's the thing, dude. Is this game you can't like? It kills it if doing that. Doing that kills it so much. Like I don't mind doing it in Skyrim because you can kind of like no one's. Yeah, it's easy. You can like get onto a cart and make it there, or grab a horse and then you can fast travel.
Or you can drop all your stuff into a chest near a point where you can fast travel and then sell half of it, come back, and
or drop just enough to fast travel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but of course not fast traveling in Kingdom Come. I don't do that. No. And I made that mistake of hoarding at the very beginning, halfway to where I need to get to the next town, and I'm like, oh well, this is it. Stupid. Why did I do this? And then I got attacked by bandits and died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really hard to fight when you're over encumbered.
I like your rain beer, Devin.
Oh, yeah, this.
You're right, yeah.
The Rainier shirt.
A rain beer.
It's not the original rain beers, but it's a good one.
The original rain beers?
Have you never seen the rain beer?
I didn't know that was a thing, man. I got those at Rainier Day up in Seattle, so I don't know what that is.
You don't know what the rain beer is?
I've never even heard of rain beer until now.
Oh my god! Okay, I'll put something. Yeah, rain beer is awesome. It's one of the original things that Rainier started with. One of their first ads.
I've never heard of that.
Let me see here. Videos. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see their
the movie.
The documentary
about Rainier.
Oh right, this had Mickey Rooney in it. Here, I'm putting it in the thing here.
Mickey Rooney was in Rain
Mickey
Beer.
Rooney, apparently, in this
which channel are you putting it in?
Hold on. In this one, it's a YouTube video.
Oh, in this one.
Yeah, it's a YouTube video. It's the original Rain Beers.
Rainier Beer, Wild Rainiers. With Mickey Rooney. The Roonster.
Mm-hmm. And I think we can put it in, so go ahead and throw that in right here.
Has it gone past copyright?
I'd assume so. It's been a long time. If not, I mean, we do take no claim to it. It's all Rainier. We love Rainier. Rainier's great. Rainier is it's since Olympia's gone, it's number 1 now.
Is it?
For over here, yeah. Right, Devin?
Yeah, I would say so.
It's the go-to.
Yeah. It's generally what everybody who's a degenerate drinks.
If you're rocking a beard and a flannel, you gotta have a Rainier in your hand.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't remember if I've had a Rainier.
Or any kind of IPA.
I can't think of what it tastes like.
I mean, if you've tasted Coors Light or Hams, like they all, or Busch Light, like they all taste the same. Like there's really no difference. It's just Rainier tastes crisper. I feel like.
I feel like Olympia Lager had a unique flavor.
It did.
Did it?
Compared to
I
other
think
lagers.
it did.
Yeah.
It had a little bit different, yeah.
Definitely. It was the water.
It's kind of like,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't when you had it. You never had one that actually was the water.
You had PBR.
No.
Yeah, you never had one when it was actually the water.
What do you mean?
Because when it was that old is when PBR had it. So way before you were even born. Before I was even born.
What do you mean when it said it's the water on it? You're talking about? It was PBR?
No, that was the tag. That was the tagline they had. Was it's the water.
Sure.
But they never, when PBR took it, they didn't like take the water and make it.
So the Olympia beer that we've been drinking before it became no longer a thing was just PBR in a different bottle.
It wasn't PBR, but it was
brewed by
Pabst.
Okay.
So they had their own brand for it. It wasn't like it probably wasn't the same like.
But it was it
brew
brewed
that they
in Olympia?
put in PBR? No.
Where was it brewed?
In
Texas, probably.
Milwaukee. Oh no, see, so yeah, Milwaukee, Newark, Tumwater, and Tampa.
It's brewed in Tumwater.
Well, there's all 4 of those are on here. Pabst Brewing Company in all 4 of those places. So it may have been brewed in there. If it was, I doubt that they used the water, because every time somebody takes something over, they change something just a little bit. That's like Men's Room Red is different now too.
No, it said once it was purchased by Miller that they stopped using the water. So that was in 99 or 96. I think it was 96.
Yep.
So yeah.
So if you can find a pre-96 Olympia,
it probably doesn't have beer in it anymore. And if it does, that beer is not good.
Dude, have you ever seen the ones from what's his name? The one president's brother?
One president's brother.
Bush. It was Bush's younger brother had his own beer. W's younger brother, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I saw a video of him the other day. I liked W. He was funny. The one guy threw a shoe at him at a press conference, and he like dodged it, and he threw another one. And he like, and he's like has a like smirk on his face, like, "Ha, didn't get me." Let's see, tried it again.
That's a good one.
He was great.
Marvin Bush beer. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, he's the son of. Oh yeah.
Whose son? Right?
No. Brother of George W. Bush is Marvin Bush. I'm trying to find his beer. You said he had a beer?
I think is it him? I thought it was Bush.
Bush beer.
I thought it was. Which one was it? Maybe it wasn't him.
Let's just Google which president relative made beer.
Jimmy Carter's younger brother.
Carter. That's freaking A.
Billy Beer.
Billy. Yeah, I knew it was B. It started with B. Billy Beer. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I was thinking Bush for the B. Yeah, Billy Beer. I've seen those that are still full.
That's funny. I literally, if I Google beer made by a president's relative, the first option is Billy Beer.
Yeah. There you go.
I drank a 43-year-old Billy Beer, and this is what happened.
Gross.
That's what this guy said.
That's like the dude that drank the silver Pepsi or crystal Pepsi and just vomited all over the place. Why do people do that? Just for the views?
Why do people vomit on camera?
Why do people eat on camera? For the views.
Because eating is amazing and it must be shared.
I think because some people have
I think
things.
the original reason why mukbangs were invented was because of overworked Asians who didn't have anybody to eat with.
I've heard this before from your mouth. I don't know why.
There was overworked Asians who didn't have anybody to eat with, and so they would eat their little dinners while watching somebody mukbang. It was like a camaraderie thing. Like it made them feel less alone if they could eat dinner with somebody.
That's like the restaurants. I think it's in Japan where you can go and sit down with like a fake person and have like a friend there. I've seen that. Yeah, like you can get like a mannequin that sits at the table with you as like a friend. Yeah, I've seen a couple of things like that. Or they'll have people there too. That's what their job is just to come sit and talk with you, be a friend.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Until you get that one guy, it's real creepy.
Calvin's like, I want a friend. Sounds good to me. Calvin, we're your friends, and we're the only friends you need. Okay.
So, what are your guys' big plans for this new year, seeing as 2023?
Oh wow, yeah. It's the New Year podcast, huh? This is the first one of it, actually, huh?
This one coming out.
This one.
First one.
Guys, this is our first podcast of 2023.
It is.
We should have done a better intro. Dang it.
I don't
This
know.
is our first podcast of 2023. Wow.
I think
does that mean this is officially season 2?
No, season 2 is after 50 episodes, right?
It's whenever we.
I thought we were just doing
yearly. We can make this however we want to. We do like the British and be like, season 2 is only 2 episodes, and then season 3 is a year later and it's only 1 episode.
I thought we were gonna go by year. It sounded easy.
It's anything we do easy.
Yes.
No, I do nothing we do is easy.
I do exclusively easy things, actually.
For you.
Yeah.
What do you mean for me? Of course. I'm the one doing them. But
it doesn't benefit us as a whole.
It doesn't make it easier for anybody else.
Yeah, it does. Definitely.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. I make everybody's life
way up.
weird. That's my job.
Oh god. Post show devil.
Oh.
No, first episode of 2023, guys. Yeah. Let's get after this year, right? What are our goals?
Well, it's gonna rock. It's gonna be amazing.
Show and tell. We're gonna have lots of show and tell this year, that's for sure. I can tell that already.
I think I'm a foam finger guy now, guys.
Those are at least 2 fingers.
I can give you 1.
Do you have a foam middle finger? Because that'd be funny.
Damn it, that's hard to do.
No,
angle. It's like trying to shave in the mirror.
What are you? Oh, I see.
I was trying to give him the middle finger with it.
I see.
I guess I could just hold it behind it.
I actually hate foam fingers. I can't touch them. It actually makes me uncomfortable looking. Like I can't explain to you like the itchy gnawing feeling it gets. Stop, please stop.
You hate the feeling of foam?
Yeah, I can't touch foam.
So you probably hate this mouse pad then too.
Is it foam feeling? I mean, I have a mouse pad.
I mean, is
it raw foam? I just can't touch raw foam. Like
no,
it has some sort of like
more like rubbery
poly
foam
on it. Yeah, that's fine then. As long I just can't touch like that raw, spongy. Oh my gosh, stop.
It's soft.
It gives me such a weird feeling of anxiety. I don't know.
Is it like the wet cotton or wet wool sweaters?
Probably. I haven't
feeling
felt
of
that, but yeah.
Of like a knitted knitted blanket that you put in the washer. And it's like
probably. I didn't like that sound, but probably.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Calvin?
Sorta.
Like,
I'm not sure I've experienced that wool sweater feel, but if it's something that
I don't think I own anything that's 100% wool.
I'm gonna bring a nice piece of wet wool for the next podcast in person. You guys can touch it.
Mm-hmm. Devin's a very sensory person, isn't he?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
yeah, I am.
Even just looking at it, just
like sounds and sights, and like even just thinking about something really affect him viscerally.
Unless it's getting hit in the testicles, that doesn't.
Does not affect
just seeing that.
That doesn't affect me as much.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's what I was saying, because he's very sensory. I mean, if you got hit, yes, that would affect you.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, we don't know that. We don't know that. We should.
Might as well test
2023. We should try this theory out.
2023. Test new things out.
My goal is to pick
That's our tagline.
My goal this year.
I wish we could pick taglines, but that'd be stealing it from another podcast. But
we just got him. It's his goal. He's going to try new things this year.
No, that's not what I said.
Calvin,
I said
roll it back.
2023, test new things out.
My goal is to kick Devin in the nuts. Kick Devin in the nuts this year. That's what I said.
Nope.
Yeah,
I heard try new things.
That's what Devin said.
I might have said it, but your lips were moving too.
No, Swat's gonna put it together.
We said it simultaneously.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, try new things. Gonna go golf. We're gonna go see the Extreme Dwarfinator.
No,
it's gonna be awesome.
I'm not continuing this conversation.
So what do you guys have planned for this year? What's your goal for this year? What something you want to do?
I want to. I tried to think of a joke really quickly and I couldn't think of one. So
survive.
Well, it's normal.
That just made it depressing, Calvin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to be funnier this year. I feel like I haven't really been that funny, and I'd like to try to bring like a more like humorous, kind of like skewed viewpoint to like my friends' lives in 2023. And I want people to like look at me and be like, "That's a funny dude. That is one funny dude."
Nice,
but not like in like a weird funny. Like they're like, "That's a funny dude." Like but like they're like, "The guy's hilarious." Like he's the life of the party. That what? That actually sums it up more. I want to be known as Devin, the life of the party. I'd like that to be like in my title. That's what I want to claim.
You can bring back the name, the nickname.
The nickname?
Yeah, we talked about it a long time ago. You'd enter a room.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember
think you talked about it. You were trying to like start off.
Me?
No, Devin.
What?
This was an early one.
You mean the weird nickname I had? I wanted growing up. Yeah, no, I'm not starting that again. I don't want to bring that up even again.
Bring something else up. I mean, bring something back. Or start something new.
You're right. You know what? That's what I need to do. Is 2023. I need to focus on what my new like nickname is going to be. I want people to start calling me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 27. I need to start branding myself right away for the rest of my life. What's your brand for me?
I mean, literally, I have one.
Oh, you actually have a brand.
I'll start your brand.
I don't want to be branded. I'm okay.
You
sure?
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't.
We were fast.
We have to get your actual brand and then meta work it into a brand and then brand it.
Brand myself with my brand.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm still working the confidence up to do it with my SMF one to me, so probably ain't gonna happen. But
no,
maybe someday.
My brother-in-law did that, and I can't. I don't
think I want to burn myself.
I saw this video of this guy. They did it on a fishing boat, and this guy they had like a big hook that they basically just like got really hot with a blowtorch, and then they held it with like some pliers, and then just stuck it in this guy's side. They held it for 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just like a quick like tap and brand, because that's all you need to do. They held it, and it literally like seared. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the comments was like, "This dude's gonna have this infected." It was way too long. Like that was way too long to do. And you're on a fishing boat in the middle of the ocean. This is a terrible idea.
Saltwater will clean it.
It's like 3 seconds. That's all you need. 1, 2, 3.
I don't even think you need that. Like, I mean, if anything, we've seen it done to Steve-O, and they just tap it to him a bunch.
It's like for branding cows, right? Cow skin is way thicker than human skin, and they only do like a second and a half.
They go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like real fast.
So for human skin, you probably just have like once
brands are also like that.
Once you burn the first layer of skin, it's done, and that's not more than a second, probably.
It's like I saw I forget which country it was, but it was their Air Force guys got their wings, and they had them stand out there shirtless, and they put the pin on their chest and just bap 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 bap.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Like
Do
torture.
that to me, and you're getting a punch to the face. I don't care who you are. It's just a visceral reaction. Bap!
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
Yeah. Ooh, I did play Darktide today. The new Warhammer game.
Did you?
Mm.
Pretty good. It's actually pretty fun.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Why?
I literally just uninstalled it yesterday.
Why didn't you like it?
Because I don't like anything like that. I don't like any Warhammer games. They're all just bad. I'm sorry.
Was good.
They're bad. They're just bad.
Fun. It's a fun just horde game.
I don't like horde games.
I like horde games. I just don't like. I don't like the mouthfeel of Warhammer ones, especially Darktide. It was like, as I was making my character, I'm like, I don't know what any of these things mean. It's asking me questions about planet, history, like all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know any of this.
Like
He's from this
Wikipedia lore before you can.
I would have. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Just give me like.
You just talked about a game that you did nothing but reading.
User friendly.
But it introduces it to you. This one doesn't introduce it to you. It's like you should know what these.
I mean,
technomancers are or whatever. I don't know.
Kinda. I mean, it kind of does, but it also gives you just the basic because I had to read through everything. I don't know a whole lot of 40,000. I know more like the Age of Silmarillion stuff. Or Age of Silmarillion? No, Age of Sigmar. Sorry, Silmarillion's Tolkien.
I was just like, wow, I didn't know that they were. I didn't even know they were in the same universe.
I don't know any of it. I just know the one like Space Marine game. That one's okay.
That's 40,000. The actual Space Marine one where you fight in the orcs.
Yeah, you fight the orcs and you have like a chainsaw sword that you.
Yeah, that's true. You get one of those in this game too. Rev it up and.
That one's not bad. All the other Warhammer games I've played, I did not enjoy at all.
Like I like the like I said, the Vermintide. I think those ones are pretty fun. The second one was better than the first one, of course, but it was also very hard, especially when you get like the super difficult areas.
Yeah.
And I feel like Darktide is good with that, but it also doesn't feel like you're super overwhelmed with like the huge amount of guys that are coming out. And I feel like they set up more of a story in this one.
I don't like the lore in general. Everything
Really?
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Lore does not pique my interest at all, and it makes it actually. The more I learn about it, the more I don't care about it.
It's very cultish. It's like the Emperor is the most supreme. No one goes against the Emperor, but they're also supposed to like keep the peace in the whole galaxy.
I like Warhammer parody animations. That's it.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Oh yeah, like the one where I think what was it? Oni Cartoons made it or something, where it's like Warhammer versus furries. That one's hilarious. It's like a 5-part series, animated series. Oh, that's so funny. But actual Warhammer lore, no, I do not like it. It turns me off to the lore. Looking at the lore. Yeah, it's not my thing.
I don't always have to have like a good lore or story base to play a game, though.
I don't need a good lore, but if the game is such lore centered and the lore sucks, then I'm not gonna like the game.
I don't want to say it sucks. I don't think it sucks. I just don't have the natural inclination for it. But I do feel like the Warhammer games are like you got to know what this lore is, kind of. And it's not like general lore that I feel like anybody just knows. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. Like you have to go. They're like based on books, and
like
this one is after.
It's like super nerd level.
Yeah, this one is actually in the 41st.
Jeez.
So it's actually a bit farther down the line. So this is after like the main planet was destroyed and caused a whole nother war thing, and there's a lot to it. But it's go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I was thinking, like, people generally know what, like, Tolkien lore is. Like, you got the hobbits, you got the ring, you got the bad guy that wants the ring. Like, even if you don't watch the movies, you don't read the books, or none of that, like, you generally know the gist of that.
Because of
Star Wars generally you know they're even just bigger properties, but like you generally know those things, and you could go play Shadow of Mordor and generally enjoy it and not have to know intimately or not intimately, but just have a bigger knowledge base of the lore.
You could play Shadow of Mordor without ever hearing about Lord of the Rings. Honestly,
true.
I feel like
Shadow of Mordor is it's like beginner friendly. You don't have to know who these people are or what they do to know that though that guy killed my wife, I'm gonna go hunt down this entire species now. Like, it's really easy to get into the story because it's simple. It's not lore.
I feel like Dark Tide's very simple like that because you're a prisoner and you get busted out, and now you're part of a ragtag team of like special enforcer. That's basically the whole lore of this game.
Okay, but character creation is not that. You have to pick different planets and stuff that you could be from.
So it's basically just like almost like a standard like quick setup for like a D&D character. It's just like a small little background, what your childhood was, like how you were raised, and it kind of just gives you different stats and different like an idea of how your character is.
I don't even know D&D lore.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you just wanted to have a simple background. Okay, I was a thief. I was raised an orphan, and I was in the mines growing up in my adolescence years. And then, when I got into prison, where I'm at now, is because I slandered the throne.
What throne?
The emperor.
I know. I'm just telling you. Right. I don't know this information. Right, I don't even know that there was a throne.
But they tell you that throne is there. They tell you that right off the bat, though.
Well, maybe I wasn't paying attention.
That's what I chose as my background was a what is it? Or I got sedition was what I was thrown in there. So I talked bad against emperor or somebody in charge.
We really need to play like a D&D style video game together that we can like role play in the constraints of a game.
I mean, if we had a good DM.
Are you talking about like?
I'm saying we don't need it. We don't need a
DM or.
Yeah, I'm saying a game where we're all characters, not like
Baldur's Gate or something.
Path of Exile.
Baldur's Gate or Path of
Exile
or the last.
It's not a D&D game.
No, Path of Exile's not. No, I was thinking Pathfinder game.
No, Champions of Norath is though. That's Realms of EverQuest.
That's an old game, isn't that?
PS2.
That's like the PS2. Okay, right.
Yeah, it has to be on
great top down
player.
Yeah, you can play 2 people on it. Actually, I think you can play 4 player on it.
What's it called?
Champions of Norath. You probably have to get a splitter for it.
No, that's not on Steam.
No, it's not.
No, it's a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah, so I said it has to be on Steam. It has to be multiplayer. In order for us to play it, it has to be.
No, it doesn't. That'll just force us to get together.
No. That'd be a cool game I want to get for my PS2 is Champions of
Norath. Why do you have to fight us getting together? Keep giving us a reason to
record that. And it's really more difficult to all huddle up and play PS2.
So? I'd rather do something more difficult if it's going to be more fun than have to do something
I guarantee
easy where I'm sitting here on the butt.
Would be more fun than that. I guarantee it.
Wow. Be more fun than being with your buddies, sitting around drinking beer and playing a stupid old game?
Yes.
Sitting by yourself, drinking your own stuff, just in your own room?
I'm with my buddies right now on Discord.
Right. It's different, though. It's different. Completely different.
Yeah, this is more comfortable because this chair is nicer than all being scrunched up on a couch holding PS2 controllers because those suck.
Who says we have to be scrunched up on a couch?
You know what Champions of Norath reminds me of? I don't remember the arcade game. Maybe you guys can help me remember it. But like, it was that arcade game that you would always see, like the Gauntlet. Yes,
I have
Gauntlet.
You have that Legacy. Oh, okay. I have that for the Dreamcast.
I loved freaking playing Gauntlet.
That's the one,
like an arcade machine.
That's the one I got with the old Jester and everything. Jester needs food badly.
I don't remember what it was. I don't remember that part at all.
When you get hurt, you have to pick up the little food and the little announcer guy.
It was definitely Gauntlet
need food badly. Legacy.
Legacy? You sure it's not
Legacy is the original. Was the
okay? I've only played Legends.
Legends was that the newer one?
That's the newer looking one, probably. Then, yeah.
The one on console?
No, it's the arcade machine one, but
okay,
it's called Gauntlet Legends, and it's like
then
arcade one.
Yeah, and then the Legacy was the Dreamcast,
gotcha.
I believe. I haven't.
Man, dude, I would pay good money for an actual Gauntlet Legends arcade like machine.
Be fun.
These look sweet.
I used to have
you record that, Calvin?
What?
Gauntlet Legends on an arcade machine?
I have no idea what that is.
Yes, you do.
Mm-mm.
You know what Gauntlet Legends is.
Gauntlet Legends. I've never seen this game in my life.
You've never seen it before?
No, I've never heard of it, never seen it.
You just go around and you like attack and...
Yeah, it's an old school. I mean, I'd spend hours playing that. That Area 51, House of the Dead. If my parents weren't around.
It was released on N64, PlayStation, and Dreamcast, as well as arcade boxes.
Okay, maybe it is Legends then. I was wrong. I swear it says Legacy on it. Maybe it's Legends.
It says Legends. Oh, Legends. Yeah, I've never seen
Time Crisis 4.
Oh, freaking
that I'd play a crap load of.
Do you guys ever see the dude that's running both guns? He's got like holsters and stuff too.
That's funny.
I mean, he just goes back and forth and back and forth. It is so good. I think I have an old picture of me and my friends playing at GameWorks.
Yeah.
One of the coolest places in Seattle where you go play arcade games and drink.
Nice.
And playing one of the Time Crisis ones, but I think it was one of the ones where you get actually like a machine gun. And,
okay.
And one buddy was out there, doing it gangster style.
Nice.
Like, step up, son, step up. Then he died instantly. It's pretty great.
Those were some good arcade games, man. I missed that.
We should go to GameWorks. Let's go to GameWorks in Seattle.
GameWorks is gone.
Is it gone?
Yeah, GameWorks is gone.
Oh,
dude.
when did that go away?
I don't know, a couple years.
All of the cool gamer places in Seattle went away during COVID, and they killed them all.
I think there's a VR bar up there that we can go to.
Yeah, they have a whole VR. Well, like a VR bar, or you mean like the VR immersive?
Well, I think that's that means that.
Where it's like the whole thing, like you spend like an hour.
Yeah, there's drinks and stuff there though too. Have you seen the ones that it's like the whole room, you get the whole rig on and everything?
Yeah.
Those,
the whole
Those look super cool, but they don't have any good games out for it yet, as far as I'm aware.
I mean, they do. You just don't like zombie games.
The tech is cool, but I want a better game. Besides just horde zombies.
They had other ones. They had like a bunch at the one in Seattle.
Did they?
Yeah, we were gonna take. We were gonna go up there with Ashley.
What's it called?
I don't remember now. I'm looking it up.
VR Immersive Experience Seattle. The Infinite. No, that's a NASA inspired VR. Nope. There's HiVR.cafe. Virtual reality, arcade, and escape games in Seattle.
Oh,
no, not that one.
I was wondering why I kept tasting something bitter on my mustache because I had coffee earlier. A little bit was stuck in my mustache. I'm like, what the hell did I have that was bitter?
This one, yeah, this is not a full room. This is just they have a bunch of VR setups there that you can use and play games. So like they have some cool shooter looking games. RV Arena looks pretty cool.
Which one? Which one are you looking at?
It's HiveVR.cafe.
Okay, the one I think I'm thinking of is Sandbox VR.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's definitely Sandbox VR.
This one has a cyberpunk game.
They have Amber Sky 2088 and then Star Trek Discovery. Yeah, they have some cool ones.
Actually. Oh, this is cool. So they have experiences. So like this one is located in Shoreline. It's $30 a player for 2 to 6 players, and it's like a cyberpunk first person like experience where you have to go and steal rare data from archives of an influential corporation. You're a bunch of cyborgs with special skills.
Nice.
That's cool. This place looks nice, and it's not crazy expensive either. $30 per person. That's not terrible.
When we were in California at Disneyland, they had the Star Wars VR like pop-up little thing where it was like actually you went into like they had the rooms like generally designed, so you actually had to like walk through them and like sit in like a shuttle ship and like strap in kind of, and then but then you actually had like a gun and stuff, and it would like overheat and like break until you would have to fix it. It was all like in the VR, and
That's cool
because you were like playing as rebels who had stormtrooper uniforms on, and so it was cool.
That's awesome. I'm really excited for augmented reality to take off a little bit more, because you could just imagine that, because all you would need is just like a room, like a whole warehouse just set up. That's all you need.
Yeah,
it'd be perfect.
2023, the year.
You still have to have some sort of gadget for augmented reality. You'd have to have either like smart glasses that can project it onto your eyes, or like projectors all around the room that would make hologram type stuff.
Well,
right?
Yeah, I mean that's obvious.
At that point, why not just have a VR headset and be in a warehouse?
So because if you have VR, you have your open area and you have your fake physics.
Well, you can put in real physics. You just put satellites on all the walls. That'd be the same, or if not easier than AR.
Right, but if you have an open room and so you have cover in front of you, you go down in front of the cover, you want to get up and go on it, like aiming.
Yeah.
If there's nothing there, you don't have any stabilization.
I'm saying you could put something there. You could have real physics in VR.
You could, but if you have augmented reality, it's already there, and then you actually see the physical thing in front of you.
Sure. I feel like
it's not a fake thing.
The tech for AR would be more expensive than the tech for VR. Because
I really think so.
Because you don't have to worry about any graphical things in real life.
So you would just have to worry about throwing in whatever you put your overlay in it. It wouldn't be an actual.
That's what I'm saying. The overlay would be in real life instead of in your head.
Right. So it would actually be. I feel like it would be less taxing.
That'd be more expensive to have a real overlay in the actual real world than just have a headset. Because if you have a VR headset and you have a real wall in the real world, right? So you're like he's saying
augmented reality, you still have a headset.
Yeah. Yes, you do. But I'm saying the technology that would be required to project the augmented reality on your surroundings would be more intensive than just having satellite enabled like things in the real world. Because the VR headset could pick up, it could connect to everything, and you'd be fully immersed, not just like little glasses or like lights and like a light show or anything. It'd be fully immersed in a world that would be physically real, because there'd be real things. Like it could be like a green screen world that the VR headset would be able to just pick up and put in whatever you wanted. It wouldn't have to be like anything set up in the real world to actually project anything. It would all be in your headset, just with markers around the real world so that it's able to triangulate stuff. Does that make sense?
Yes and no. I mean, it's generally what augmented reality. It's the same thing.
It's different.
You're not actually projecting it. It's just showing you. You still get to see what the outside world outside of the goggles look like, and they simply just add overlays to it. That's way cheaper than actually designing a world around you inside of the VR headset. Now you just have everything there, and they print skins basically on everything.
Well, in order to get the same level of quality, I'm saying
you'd probably get better, because it's not trying to render all the ground and the walls and everything. It's only rendering what specific things it wants to throw out there.
You could have
So you could actually make it, like I've seen a couple of them where it looks real, like usually they're zombie things or ghosts or whatever, but it looks like and it's done with their phone.
Sure.
There's like Walking Dead ones that.
And you think that playing that on your phone is the same experience as putting on a VR headset? You think that's just as fun?
That is not what I said at all.
Then I don't understand what I'm saying. If you were to get AR to the level of VR, it would be way more expensive.
It's already there. No, they already have it there. They have during the Halloween, they have these AR shoot houses that you go through this whole zombie experience, and it's all just augmented reality.
How?
With real actors and stuff too. for this whole thing.
Okay.
But it is augmented reality with goggles and guns and things like that. But they have everything set up in this room, but they only have certain things have actors, but there's actual augmented reality.
Sure.
Yeah. Instead of having to have a whole VR headset to where you're like, oh, there's a wall there, there's a wall there. You're not sure if there's a wall there or not.
Why wouldn't you be sure if there's a wall there?
Because you don't know if it's just inside of the headset that it's saying that there's a wall there, but you could actually just walk and hit the wall.
Yeah. All those videos of people running into a wall.
If you have your headset, if you were to go get your VR headset,
because
and it puts you inside of a box, you're not actually inside of a box.
Right.
You're inside of a VR box.
So you don't understand what I'm talking about then, is what I'm getting. If you think that you can run into a wall because you can't see it.
You're saying that like projecting, like there's gonna have to be some sort of projection on things
for
this stuff?
For AR or VR?
For AR, is that what you're saying? Like there has to be some other thing projecting all these things for you to see in a headset or whatever. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying in order to make it look good, it'd have to have some sort of technology like that. You're not going to get the same level of fidelity and graphics from AR glasses.
AR and VR goggles are the same thing. One just uses the high cameras, like the really good cameras for pass-through, without any of the other things, and just the overlay systems.
Right.
Whereas
is
VR
is good.
Why would that not look as good if you have 4K cameras passing through with a super duper intensive graphic cards and stuff in there projecting just the things that the game wants you to see instead of all the things in the game? Like Devin was saying, instead of rendering the ground, the trees, the walls, the bullet casing,
I want it to
everything
render the ground and trees and walls. I want to look like there's actual trees in the room.
Right. So if they gave if there was a room set up specifically like a mission that you were doing in real life, the AR goggles just put the bad guys and the things that you need to interact with in there.
Right, which is just one experience. With VR, you could change the experience. As long as you have the shapes there, it could be anything you wanted. A pole could be a tree or a lamppost. You could change settings completely in VR.
That's
AR
though.
No, I'm saying you can have real world things in VR. That's what I'm saying.
That's AR then. That's not VR.
Not. It is VR.
Yes, okay, but if you have it in there, if there's a real thing in there and it's VR, more than likely I'm going to slam my hand into it because it's a fake thing in front of me. Unless I know, because if you go to lean up against the wall in VR or do something like that, you have the in-game physics. But if you're, running up to a wall and there's actually a wall there that you didn't realize is there, you're going to whack into it.
But you see it with your eyes. How would you not realize it's there?
But in the VR world, if you push your head through a wall, your head goes through the wall.
No,
there's a real.
You're not understanding. I'm saying there'd be real things there.
That's what I'm saying.
In the room, there's real things in the room, and
you have the video game overlay.
Your VR goggles can see the real things. So you're not gonna run anything.
That's AR then.
No, it's VR.
That's AR then. No, that's not.
That's augmented reality, not virtual reality.
I'm talking about, if that's what
because the glasses are actually picking up what's around you, so that's actually AR then.
No, it's not, because you're wearing virtual reality goggles and everything around you is satellite enabled, so that it's connected to what you're looking at. So the VR headset can make in real life it could be a white cube, right?
Right. That's AR though. That's what we're trying to say. That is AR. That's actual reality that they've augmented to make it look like whatever they want to, versus virtual reality, which is purely based in the headset and whatever haptics you have.
No, because there can be way more things than just what's there in virtual reality.
But if it's there in real life, that's augmented reality.
No.
If it's physically there, if you take off the goggles and there's physically something in front of you, whether it's actually what you saw in the goggles or not, that's augmented reality.
No, there can be real things in virtual reality. You can combine it.
That's what augmented reality is.
Right, no, yeah, because virtual reality is virtual. Augmented is there is some sort of reality still there.
Augmented reality means you take real things and make them look different.
Right.
Virtual reality means you can take anything and make anything look like anything. There can still be real things there.
So you're saying, though, you're taking a real thing, a white cube, and you're turning it into anything. You're still taking a physical thing and making it look like something else. You're augmenting the reality.
I'm saying it's not just cubes.
Exactly, but you're still augmenting the reality. You're not creating a virtual reality.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. What do you think, Devin? Are you confused as I am?
No, I'm looking up the actual definition of it just so I can prove this. Because I found a semi one where it's augmented reality. This is a statement. Let me read it real quick. Augmented reality involves using a technology to create an augmented version of reality by superimposing digital information over the real world object. That's all it says. It doesn't really talk about VR, which is frustrating. Here we go. This will probably do it. This is really fun audio. You guys could talk about literally anything else.
I know. It's
we
fun.
can just cut the silence.
I don't cut anything. People like to listen to hear us breathe.
No, they don't.
They love it. They love it so much.
VR replaces reality, taking you somewhere else. AR adds to reality, projecting information on top of what you're already seeing. So if there is something already there in front of you, it is called augmented reality when it is projecting something on top of that. Virtual reality is when nothing is actually there. I think you understand that. I think we all understand that we're all saying the same thing. I think it's just the definitions are slightly off.
So what Mick wants is
augmented reality.
He wants AR on the level of VR.
Exactly, which it's not there yet. And I don't think Mick was saying it's necessarily to the point where he would think it would be really cool. I think he's just saying that would be the coolest thing.
It would be amazing. Mm-hmm. It would be awesome. Because you can take these iconic, like, especially like even like cold COD maps and things like that. There's definitely people that are working on this and making these small maps for people to run around in and play like that. There's already ones that do it for Airsoft and stuff. So there's people that are working on these specific buildings for these games like this.
Right now, AR isn't that great. There isn't really very many use cases for AR right now, other than like really high tech stuff that we probably won't ever touch, and then Pokemon Go. That's AR.
That one I was talking about, the horror one that they do on Halloween.
Right. Yes.
A warehouse shootout thing.
I have seen that.
And that's a whole AR thing. And that one looks really cool. Like they showed you through
that still is really basic AR though. Like that's not it's a very basic overlay over something.
It's pretty clean though, but it's very clean.
Yeah.
For what you get, it's very clean.
All right. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
First episode of 2023. We really we handled this argument like men. We pulled ourselves out of this. And I think we should be proud of ourselves. Yeah?
So
Calvin, you agree?
Yeah. I'm still
proud of Are you proud of us?
It.
Okay, you can read it later, but are you proud of us?
For how we handled this argument?
Maturely, like adults.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
2023, the year we don't pull clips from previous episodes to argue points.
That ain't happening.
This does say that AR is way more expensive than VR, for sure. But might be because
I think we've had a good episode here, guys. For the first one of 2023. Like Devin said, we're moving forward. We're gonna take this year by storm.
By the horns.
BPM's gonna do things.
Golf.
Dwarfinators.
Maybe.
Much, much more coming in this year. So really keep on the lookout for that. Devin, do you wanna give a little special thanks? I was gonna give you another try here to start 2023 off, and let's see if we can get this right.
Who am I giving special thanks to?
Your mom.
I'd like to give a special thanks to Dusty Cubby for the use of our theme song Croissant off of the album.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Thank you. I keep on. Okay.
Well, started strong.
We were almost there. We'll get there.
We almost did it. And then
go check them out. Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere you listen to music. Check them out.
Go look down in our description. Go push the button. Go to our website. Push the button. While you're there,
go back to the beginning of the podcast and listen to them again.
Listen to the very first episode. That was the first one that we used the song on. That's where it all started. So, thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.
Beers Per Minute has been presented by Stupid Mythic Forest. New episodes come out on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Don't forget to rate and subscribe so you never miss a thing. Stupid.